Hi, welcome. Thank you for joining us today for our Master of Science in Engineering Management Prospective Student Information session. My name is Carla Maria. I am part of the FIU Online team at the university, and I've been with the university for over 10 years. In my role, I work to help professionals like yourselves find a match with our degree programs and find a match for something that is going to help you get to where you want to go professionally. And I have a team of people here with me today, and I want you to get to know them because if you decide to join the Masters in Engineering Management program, which is a fully online program, you will be working very closely with each of these persons, and they'll be a very special part of your student experience. The first person I want you to meet is Dr. Shiming Lee, Interim Director and Research Professor for the program. Dr. Lee, would you say hello to our future students and introduce yourself?
Hi, welcome. My name is Ximin Lee. I'm the interim director for this program. So if you have any problem from admission until you graduate, even after graduate, you can always contact me. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lee. And we also have with us Ryan Devin Alfaro, college recruiter. Ryan, would you also say hello to our future students and introduce yourself?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ryan Alfaro. I am the lead recruiter within the Division of External Programs, who manages the Masters of Science in Engineering Management online program. It's a pleasure to have you all join us today. Thank you for
Thank
taking the
you.
time.
Thank you, Ryan. And we also have with us Maria Naranjo, program specialist for the program and for the college. Maria, would you say hello, give a warm welcome to our future Panthers and introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Maria Naranjo, and I am the program specialist for the department. And if you have any questions regarding enrollment or after the admission process, I would be the person to contact for that.
Thank you, Maria. And then we also have with us Janessa Guzman, Senior Success Coach for FIU Online programs and for the Engineering Management program. Janessa, would you also give a special welcome to our future students and introduce yourself?
Yes, hi. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Janessa Guzman, and like Carla mentioned, I'm the Senior Success Coach at FIU Online, and I'm basically here to be an additional layer of support for you, anything success related. We'll chat a little bit more about that later, but thank you for joining today.
Thank you, everybody. And so we introduced ourselves, but we would love to get to know you just a little bit. I think if you're here today, it is probably because you're thinking about that next step in your career, that next step in your professional development. And what we would love to learn about you is really like what's driving you to want to pursue that next step, to want to pursue this master's degree in engineering management. So we have a question up on the screen. The question is, what is your reason or your reasons for wanting to pursue this degree? And there's some of the answers that we have heard from past students as to why they end up joining the program, but please share in the chat, what is driving you? What is pushing you to want to get this degree? We'd love to hear from you. And in the meantime, Dr. Lee, I know you work with students in different capacities, and you work with our diverse student body, which is really, we have a diverse student body that joins this engineering management master's program. I guess, can you share with us, Dr. Lee, what have been some of the standout reasons that you have heard from students as to why they end up joining the program? Oh, Dr. Lee, you're muted.
Engineering management is a program bridge engineering and management. So a lot of students coming back after they graduate from the engineering program or some technology program because they want to know more about management, not only their own special area, but also how to manage a team, how to manage projects. So they come back for enhancement on their own and or get it ready for promotion. I think that's a big drive too.
That, that makes complete sense. And I loved how you mentioned that a lot of the students that join the program are coming from engineering, from the engineering field already, and then they want to learn about management. And you're right, this is a perfect degree to really prepare to lead technical teams, to lead engineering teams, to lead organizations, really. So thank you for expanding on that, Dr. Lee, and just, I guess, to echo some of the answers that some of you shared in the chat. Looking to advance my career and improve professional skills. Yes, you're in the right place. We have an international student that has always been interested in engineering and loves the combination of business and finance of this degree. Yes. So this is great. Yes. And thank you for sharing, those of you who have shared kind of like your reason, your purpose for wanting to pursue this degree. And I see more answers coming in, being able to train managers. One of you has a degree in mechanical engineering, and you want that combination of management and engineering. Yeah, you're in the right place. And we'll talk about why you're in the right place in just a little bit when we talk about the courses of the program. So thanks for sharing. And I also want to share that if you decide to join the program, you really are joining the FIU community and everything that comes with that. So FIU, Florida International University, we are the public state university in South Florida. We are part of the Florida State University system, and we offer bachelor's, master's, and doctoral programs in many different fields, including engineering and including business and including everything that goes behind what makes up the FIU community. And we are also one of the largest public universities in the United States based on enrollment class size. So we have about 50,000 students enrolled across all of our on-campus and online programs. And today we do have over 300,000 alumni all around the world. So again, you would be joining this very large community of alumni all throughout the world if you decide to join the Master's in Engineering Management program. And also FIU is the #1 university in the United States to offer bachelor's and master's degrees to Hispanic students. And we're also the #1 university to produce Hispanic engineering majors, particularly. So just a few fun facts about FIU and the community you would be joining. And from the very beginning at FIU, it's been very important that our programs are available and accessible and flexible to our students. So we have created FIU Online at the university, really with the intention of connecting FIU students and lifelong learners to the best online quality education, regardless of where you are located or regardless of when it's the best time for you to connect to complete your coursework. And we've been offering online education now for over 25 years. And today we do offer over 120 programs fully online. And we're also the #1 university to have Quality Matters certification. So what that means is that our online courses are effective in making sure you have an engaging learning experience. Now, the master's degree, this master's in engineering management, it is 100% online. So you can complete it from wherever you're located, again, like whenever's the best time for you to connect. And the program consists of 10 courses or the equivalent of 30 credits. And you complete those 10 courses with 2 different options. So you have the option of completing the program in as a full-time student or as a part-time student. And what that looks like is that if you decide to go full-time, if your workload and your responsibility load can manage that, it's for 12 months. You would be completing the program in 12 months. And then if you decide to go part-time, you would be completing the program in 24 months. So essentially, if you do part-time, you're taking half the courses of the full-time schedule. And just some things to keep in mind that the tuition for all of those 10 courses, regardless of like if you go full-time or part-time, the tuition is $25,000 for all of those 10 courses. And the program is currently accepting applications for our summer start. So that would be in May. So if you want to start in the summer, the deadline to apply is April 8th. And our fall start in August would be just right around the corner. But again, our next start is in summer if you're looking to get started earliest. So just keep that in mind. Now, here's something that one of our former students has to say. I want to share this just because it really provides an overview of the experience from one of our students and really like the impact that it had on, on what they do really every day in their jobs. So here's a little something to watch.
My name is Raimundo Rodolfo. I am the Director of Innovation and Technology and Chief Innovation Officer for the City of Coral Gables. My job is to lead strategic planning, oversight, and management of citywide IT operations, infrastructure, and smart city initiatives. We use cutting-edge technology to supercharge the city beautifully into the model smart city of the future. With the amazing work of my team and the support from city leaders and all city departments, Coral Gables has achieved significant improvements in quality of life and operational efficiencies. We have received many awards for our advanced, robust, and sustainable smart city infrastructure. Other cities nationwide look to us to learn how they can use innovative technology to enhance their lives of their own constituents. In an environment as complex as a city, engineering management professionals need a wide range of skills, everything from recognizing top talent to managing fleets to financing. I'm grateful for my education at FIU because it has been key to the success of our team. Courses in enterprise systems and engineering especially helped me refresh Coral Gables infrastructure into the high-tech powerhouse you see today. These days, it's difficult to find people who understand the complexities of managing tools like artificial intelligence, AI, Internet of Things, IoT, and enterprise cloud suites at a massive scale. But FIU's engineering management program specializes in equipping professionals with what they need to know. FIU graduates are talented, smart, and shovel-ready. That's why we hire. We need to keep up with the fast-paced developments in smart city technology and customer needs. My work is about ensuring that we harness technology, innovation, and best practices to create a safer city for our residents, attract visitors and businesses, and sustain Coral Gables' high quality of life.
So that's just a little a little experience from one of our former students. And again, kind of like as Dr. Lee mentioned, and as I've mentioned formerly, the program really does help prepare you to lead technical teams, to lead technical projects, lead technical roadmaps. So, we're here to talk about the courses in itself because when we talk about the courses, I think you'll be able to get a better understanding of what you can expect from the degree, and you can start envisioning how it can help you in your day-to-day, regardless of what you're working on or where you're working on or where you want to work. So Dr. Lee, can you share with us just an overview of the courses, what our students can expect to learn from the courses? Would you be able to share with us, Dr. Lee?
Sure. From the very beginning of this program, even when this program was still in the planning stage, we consult with President Medic. He's a very successful engineer and entrepreneur. And so he had a vision that this program should be divided into three parts. One is everyone should know, and that we call core courses. And the other part is business courses that engineering students, especially, they probably don't have any background in those areas. So that's the area the students should also take. And then continuing their special area. So we continue with their tracks. If you graduate from mechanical, then there's a track for mechanical engineers. but because this is online program, it is also a lockstep. So we don't have, you don't have that luxury. We cannot provide that kind of luxury. We have a lot of different tracks for the last portion of the engineering management courses, but because this program is lockstep, so we pick those courses that we think is going to help most of you. Okay, so I go through the list. The core courses, number one is the total quality management. Now, every company, no matter what you do, quality is still number one. If you don't, well, just an obvious example, couple weeks ago, Boeing, and they found out they had a serious quality problem, and you see what happened. It even endangered people's life. So total quality management is addressing the quality issue. If there's any gap, you find out what is the gap and how to make it up. So total quality management give you all the tools for quality control, quality management. And then project management, I think now if you don't do a project, I don't think you're living in this world. Everything is about project. So people improve their the bottom line, or they want to adapt some new technology. Most of the time they will shape in a project, and so the project leader will pick up their team and then assign work and then follow up with their assignment and so on and so forth. So that's essential. Oh, by the way, after you finish the total quality management, you should be able to take the green belt examination. Green belt doesn't require any credential for actual project, so you can take the exam and then qualify for green belt in quality control, in quality management. So is the advanced project management. After you finish this course, we follow the book. The book is exactly following the body of knowledge from Project Management Institute. So if you want to take the certification exam by PMI, you can do so, because the course is exactly cover all the entire body of knowledge for that certification. We don't require students to take that, but that is a side product. If you want to like dedicate your career into that area, that's the option. And then financial decision. Every day we look at the financial news, that's the top line, bottom line, and so we give you all the details, and you should keep that in mind. Everything is still tied into the bottom line. So that is this course is about, not only for the corporate environment, but even for your personal life. You can apply a lot of principles into your personal life. And then those business courses we pick here, business law. And here we have, you live in, especially in this country, there's so many regulations and you have to comply with different rules and so on. So here we cannot cover all the different rules, but we highlight some of the intellectual property rules, laws, and safety, environmental, all this need to be known. You as a manager, you need to know those laws and regulations. So those are in the business law. And then marketing for engineers, that is without saying, you need to sell your product, your project. So this industrial marketing is not the same way as we see in the commercial marketing. It's industrial product, industrial project. So how do you sell that? And then the next one, technical leadership. And I think that's one course pinpointed by our advisory board. We should really emphasizing on leadership, because you will be the leaders in your field. There's no doubt about that. It's just given time, you will become the leader. So as a leader, how you exercise your power, your authority, and leading the company, the corporate, your department into the next stage. So that is this technical leadership, not only talking about leadership in general, but specifically in the technical world. And then the track courses, the data engineering, data representation and modeling, that is, you heard this word, big data. Now we have too much data. So how to attract information from the data, that is very important. So how to present the data, how to store the data, how to draw information out of this data body, that is important. So this course introduced some of these tools. And then enterprise engineering, probably you're not familiar with this term, but if you heard of ERP, Enterprise Resources Planning, or SAP, you know this is about, because we're moving into an information stage. We're already in the information stage. Now you use AI, different tools. And so this course introduces you the very fundamental tool, SAP. So with SAP, you can do planning, you can do control, you can do HR, you can do accounting, everything. All the process in the corporation can be done with SAP. SAP usually very proud of themselves, saying about 90% of the transaction in the world is processed through SAP system. So that's how important the SAP to know SAP. And then forecasting and demand management, that is the course that you really, in order to plan for future, you need to make some forecasts. So this course brings some forecasting models so that you can utilize those models to project the future demand or production, and that would be the base for other planning, financial planning, production planning, and all that. So this is the based on the forecasting, and not only forecasting. Sometimes you forecast the result, but if you don't like it, you can still change it by using some other ways, like changing the price, having some different kind of promotion. So this is not only talking about forecasting, but also how to manage the demand. And then the last course on the list, operations research, application of operations research should be operations research in manufacturing. That is the operations research is another word for optimization. The word operation research coming from World War II. So that's the origin of this discipline. But in the short is an optimization. Optimization what? We all have the very limited resources, but you want to accomplish the maximum. So this is basically the nutshell. How do we maximize our input? So maximize the output from the limited input. That is the study. So you have linear programming, nonlinear programming in different ways to present that. And also in the faculty meeting, we talk about, because the AI is getting more and more application. So all the courses that we deliver, we will try to introduce the up-to-date tools, especially AI tools. How do we utilize this new development? Because that is going to be the new tool in your bag. When you graduate, you'll be able to apply the latest tool in your career. Okay, so if you have any question, you want to know more about more detail about any courses, please let us know.
Thank you, Dr. Lee. That was I think a very useful overview of the courses and how so many different concepts from engineering and business are ingrained within the courses of the program. And while we had mentioned previously that there are two options for the program, you can complete the program on a part-time schedule, which lasts a total of 2 years. And this is what the schedule would look like for you if you decided to go part-time. You're basically taking one course at a time. In the summer, the courses are 12 weeks long. In the other semesters, fall and spring, the courses are 8 weeks long. So every 8 weeks, you would be taking a different course. And we've built the program that way so that you get through the curriculum, you get through the courses in a fast manner, even though it's still a part-time, but every 8 weeks you'd be switching courses. So again, this is something that is a little bit more manageable for those of you who may be having, to manage other things on your plate, other things, at work, within your home, whatever your situation may be. This is a great option for you if you're looking to complete the program in a more at a slower pace, so that you can still um meet all of your other responsibilities or all of your other needs. So this is a great option for you. You would start in the summer and then you would finish 2 years later, the part-time option. And then the full-time schedule, it's built so that you basically take, instead of taking one course at a time, you're taking two courses at a time. So again, it's kind of like doubling up on the part-time. So the full-time schedule, you are able to complete the program in 1 year, and you would begin in the summer. You would begin this May, and you would start taking every two courses every term. So basically every 8 weeks you would be taking two courses. The summer terms they do consist of 12 weeks, but after that, then every 8 weeks you'll be taking two courses at a time. And just something that Dr. Lee shared earlier, and I'm just going to expand on it here, is that both of these options, they have a cohort structure. So what that means is that the same classmates that you begin your program with are going to be the same classmates that you end with. So you're going to be having your same group of classmates in every single course. That is going to allow you to really build good relationships with the rest of your classmates. And hopefully these are going to be people who will become part of your network and who will be just a value add for you for many years to come. So again, that's another feature of the program, that you'll be working with your classmates either throughout that 12-month or that 24-month schedule. And hopefully you'll build some really good relationships from that. And then the program also, Dr. Lee kind of, touched on this earlier as well, but the program also prepares you for a few of the certifications, a few of the industry certifications, including some of the quality certifications such as Six Sigma Black Belt, Project Management Professional, PMP, and SAP. So the program does allow you to prepare for those certifications through each of those certifying bodies. And I guess I wanna ask the group, and Ryan, I know you work with students in different capacities, Ryan, and you work with students as they're trying to figure out, what's the best master's degree for them. I know oftentimes you come across the questions of like, hey, like, should I just get my certifications or should I get a master's degree? So I guess, Ryan, can you kind of like elaborate on your guidance to our future students as to like how our program helps prepare for the certifications, and how the certifications are maybe like a little bit different than the master's program, and how the master's program is really just a value add?
Absolutely, yes, thank you. So you're right. One of the questions that I get often is, should I even pursue a master's degree or should I just get a certification? And certifications definitely add a lot to your resume, right? It definitely puts you forward from other applicants, especially the project management professional license. But when it comes down to a degree like the engineering management degree, you're getting the opportunity to sit in for two exams. As Dr. Lee mentioned, you will be able to sit in upon completion of the program within the Six Sigma Green Belt and the project management professional license. But upon completing the program, you will be given an SAP student certification, right? That's included in the tuition, which basically says, hey, I'm certified in SAP ERP systems. It is a certificate from FIU. So if you wanted to get one from SAP directly, you would most likely have to take additional courses. But being able to sit in for the project management professional or the Six Sigma Green Belt license upon completion automatically puts you forward from other applicants, right? On top of that, you have a master's degree. The project management professional license does have a experience component to it. Students who don't have that experience component will get it within the program, right? So you are going to be sitting in case studies, you are going to be working on projects within the class, and in doing so, you complete the 35 hours needed for experience. And long way of saying the Masters of Science in Engineering Management definitely adds a lot of value to any applicant who decides to pursue it.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you for elaborating on that, because I bet that was on the minds of many of our listeners here today. And just expanding on that, on everything related to adding value to your professional development and to your professional growth at FIU. Through this program, you also have access to Career Engage. And Career Engage is just an additional feature for the online Masters in Engineering Management to help you become more career ready, more job ready. And through this program, what you're able to do is you are able to work one-on-one with a Career Engage instructor, and they will help you do a series of things, including creating your professional statement to define who you are as a professional, and creating a career action plan for yourself so that you know where you need to go, where you want to go, and what you need to do to get there. And also, you'll be able to take advantage of LinkedIn Learning courses, so that will be part of your student experience. And you'll be able to participate in mock interviews and get feedback on your performance on the mock interviews so that you're ready for the real ones. And you'll be able to really tune in and develop your LinkedIn profile, all working with the Career Engage instructor. And then also through Career Engage, you're able to benefit from a $200 scholarship that goes towards the cost of completing one of those industry certifications that we were just talking about. So as Ryan mentioned, oftentimes, or I think all the time, you have to take some sort of like exam or some sort of application process to complete, to actually earn those certifications through each of the certifying bodies. And this $200 scholarship will help cover the cost of those exams. So again, it may not cover the entire cost, but it's a little bit of help to help cover that cost of those certification exams. Now, just please keep in mind that in order for us to give you the scholarship, you do have to complete the certification requirements and earn the certification while you're still a student. So just do keep that in mind so that we can award you that scholarship. Again, the whole purpose of Career Engage and the whole purpose of you becoming a student in our Master's in Engineering Management program is to help you be more career ready and help you get to where you want to go professionally. And then also, we know that many of you, it may have been a while since you were last involved as a student in a university or in a college setting. And we really get students from all walks of life, especially for this program. We have a very diverse student body with different experiences and different kind of like, learning and professional levels as far as like how long they've been away from school. So we know that it may feel a little foreign when you're back, in a university setting, in an online setting. And again, everything we do at FIU, it's to help improve and excel you as a student in our online program, making sure that your online student experience is a positive one. So at the university, we have success coaches for this program. Now, it kind of like the name kind of like shares what this is all about. But Janessa, you lead the success coaching for our engineering management programs. Can you share with us what our students can expect from success coaching and really just how it's a great tool for those of the students who are coming back to the university?
Absolutely. So like you mentioned, it's really in the name, right? Success coaching. What I'm here to be is an additional layer of support to the students to ensure that they have what they need to be successful while they're here. And success looks different to everybody, right? So the way that I tend to work with the students is whether it's email, text, Zoom, or phone. We'll have conversations. I'll get to know you a little bit. And within getting to know you, I can really help bridge any gaps or anything that you may need along the way that you may not even know that you have that resource out there available to you. So things like time management, like mentioned earlier, many of our students are coming back after a long time away from school, or even kind of balancing other things, work, family obligations, hobbies, whatever the case may be. So time management are some of the things that we can chat about just to make sure that you feel prepared for your semesters here, as well as study approaches and organizational tips and tricks. One of the biggest things that I've noticed that is what I really do enjoy about being a success coach is helping to connect to university resources. So whether that looks like, you need a little bit of an extra push in tutoring, I can connect you to some great tutoring availability options that you have here available to you. You're looking for just maybe a little bit of extra money in your pocket away from loans. I can help connect you to those things as well as goal setting and coaching through maybe some course related challenges. The point is to make you feel like you have somebody available here while you are concentrating on what's important, which is school and your other family obligations and things like that.
Thank you, Janessa. Thank you for sharing that, because I know that I think you touched on a lot of the I think doubts that many of our prospective students have when it comes to joining the master's program. And then also, in addition to the different resources that Janessa shared, as a student in the engineering management program, in the online engineering management program, you also have access to the FIU Online scholarships. Now, these scholarships are limited. However, there's 3 different opportunities. There's the corporate and community scholarship. It's a $2,000 award, and it's for either employees or members of community groups, industry organizations, or companies making an impact in communities or in industries. So if you are part of either, again, like a community group or an industry organization, or through your job, through your place of employment, and that organization is having some sort of impact in the industry, in an industry, or in a community, we would love it if you apply to the scholarship. And then there's also our academic merit scholarship. This is also a $2,000 award, and it's for those of you who have very high GPAs from your bachelor's degree. So if you have a high GPA, we want you to apply to this degree as well. And then we have our Get Started scholarship. It's a scholarship for $1,000, and it's for those of you who are facing a challenge. And hopefully with the scholarship, you can help overcome that challenge, or it can be alleviated and you can get started in your master's degree. These scholarships, again, they're not guaranteed. However, the way to apply is really to first apply into the program, be admitted, and then after you're admitted, you can submit your scholarship application at fiu.academicworks.com. That is also FIU scholarship portal. So on that website, you are going to find many other scholarships. I encourage you to just sit down, view all of the scholarship listings, and see which ones you qualify for and apply to them once you become an admitted student. And then also, do keep in mind that even though these scholarships are not guaranteed, look at those numbers. Over the past 3 years, FIU Online has awarded over $200,000 to over 100 students just for these 3 scholarships. There's other scholarships out there that you can apply to. So just keep that in mind. And then also, the program is also eligible for federal financial aid. So if you're thinking about financial aid, this is another option for you. You can apply to the federal financial aid, which some of you may know as the FAFSA, through either the studentaid.gov website or the My Student Aid mobile app. And you will need FIU's federal school code, that is 009635. Feel free to take a print screen of this, and then do keep in mind that you will need your tax returns from 2 years ago if you want to start in the summer and you're completing the FAFSA. So you will need your taxes from 2021 if you're applying to the 2023 to 2024 FAFSA. So just keep that in mind. Now, let's talk about admissions. We've spoken tons about the program, what you can expect as a student in the program, the courses, but let's talk about how you can actually be admitted into the program and what you need to do. So the process in itself is actually pretty simple. The process is to submit an application at go.fiu.edu/apply, and you would need to submit that application by April 8th. And then there's a series of documents that you have to submit, but you can submit those after submitting your applications. And what these documents look like are, the first one is you will need an official transcript in a sealed envelope from your former universities or colleges. You will need an official transcript translation if your official transcripts are not in English. And you will need a proof of degree if the degree is not posted on the official transcript. So just keep that in mind. And then as optional documents that you can submit with your application documents are the 3 recommendation letters, a resume, and a statement of purpose describing your professional goals and reasons for pursuing your degree at FIU. Now, those are the documents and that's the process, but what do you actually need? Like, what are the requirements and qualifiers to be considered? So you need a bachelor's degree in STEM, business, or a closely related field from a regionally accredited institution, and your undergraduate GPA of 3.0 or higher for the last 60 hours of upper division coursework. The applicant whose GPA does not meet the minimum GPA requirement may be considered for conditional admission. And we can talk about that, like reach out to us if this is your case. If you have a GPA that is lower than 3.0 in your last 60 upper division hours, we can talk about that. So again, we are here to kind of help guide you. And then also, if your degree is from a country where English is not the official language, you'll also need to complete an English proficiency exam. There's a few options for you. The IBT TOEFL requiring an 80, the paper TOEFL requiring a 550, the IELTS requiring a 6.5, and then the Duolingo requiring a 110 score. Many of our international applicants are actually opting for the Duolingo just because it's a little bit more accessible as far as the time of when you can complete the English proficiency exam. So this is what our admissions and application process looks like and requirement looks like. Please reach out to us if you are hesitant on any of your requirements or on any of the documents. We would love to schedule some one-on-one time with you and kind of guide you through the process. We know that it may look a little bit foreign trying to gather all of these documents, if you're applying to the master's degree, but we're here to help guide you every step of the way so that it becomes manageable for you. And then also at FIU, we do have an admissions application fee that you submit when you submit your application. However, we don't want you to worry about that fee. We actually want to cover that fee for you so that you don't have to pay it. And the way to do that is that you first need to go to go.fiu.edu/apply. So that's the website where you submit your application. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes to submit your application there. It's basically, you're going to have to create like a username. And then once you create your username, you share information about yourself, some contact information about yourself. And then you're going to share information about your former colleges and universities that you attended and the degrees that you attained formerly. And towards the very end of that questionnaire, which takes about 10 to 15 minutes, towards the very end of that, it's going to ask you how you want to pay for your application fee. So in that question that asks you how you want to pay, select the check option, select the pay by check option, and then you'll be able to submit your application. Once you submit your application, you're going to get an automated email with an application number and your Panther ID number, which is really your student ID number. And what we ask you to do is email us at onlineprograms@fiu.edu. Let us know that you applied and share your application number and Panther ID with us. And then we're going to look you up on the back end and then just cover that fee for you. Please do take a print screen of this slide. This is a great slide. if you decide to apply to the program. This is a great slide. So do take a print screen of this slide because it kind of lays out all the different steps necessary for us to cover your application fee. All right, so we've spoken tons about the program, and now is really the time for us to answer your questions that you may have. If you have questions, I see one question already came in the chat, but if you have questions, share them in the chat, or also feel free to turn on your cameras or your microphones and share the question. We have this time and space dedicated to answer your questions. Let's see what questions come in. Okay, our first question is, are there any assistantships offered for the program? So I guess, are there any assistantships offered? Like, is there any sort of, I guess, work or research that our students can do in the program? Dr. Lee, do you know if there's any assistantships offered in the program?
Unfortunately, no, this is not a research degree. So this is just like a how you call that? Really for the enhancement of the people's knowledge. So this is not really 1 year. It's not enough. The time is not enough to do a decent research. So we sorry, we don't have any assistantship offered in this program.
Thank you, Dr. Lee. Yeah, and that really talks to the program, which is really built for those of you who may already be out in the field working. And again, as Dr. Lee mentioned, it's, you know, it's the timeline, it just doesn't allow it. All right, let's see if any additional questions come in. Feel free to share in the chat or open up your microphone.
Hi, yes. I'm curious about the professional management license. Is that testing done within FIU and that's provided by FIU, or is it provided by an outside source?
There is not provided by FIU, it's provided by each professional organization. So for example, the black belt examination is going to be offered by SQC, American Society of Quality Engineering or Quality Control. And the PMP, it will be offered by PMI, Project Management Institution. So that's like a national or worldwide recognized organization. They offer those kind of certification.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Dr. Lee.
No problem.
And that's a great question. And then basically, you know, each of those entities, you know, when you go to take your exams to get the certifications, then that's the thing that you can do while you're still a student. And then you can take advantage of the Career Engage program and then get that $200 scholarship. But that's a great question. Let's see what other questions come in. So I'm not getting any more questions, but I do want to add that a lot of the students that I meet, they share that it oftentimes takes them a really long time to like actually take that step to join the program. You know, it's something that's usually on their mind for like a few years. And then once they decide to join the program, that's when I get to actually like, you know, meet them. And one particular student, you know, comes to mind when they joined their master's program. They let me know that it did take them a few years to complete the program. I'm sorry, to apply to the program. It took them a few years to apply to the program. And then the reason being was that they thought they weren't able to get into the program. They thought they just didn't have like the qualifications, or like that they were just going to be denied or whatnot. And that really wasn't the case, but it really, that story has really resonated with me. And I wanted to share with you because I think many of us as humans, we kind of suffer from doubting ourselves, and we let that imposter syndrome, really like eat away at us sometimes. And I just want to share that if that's your case, if you're thinking like, hey, maybe I'm not going to be admitted into the program or whatnot, what I encourage you to do is just reach out to us, because we'd love to help guide you. We'd love to work with you to see if this is the program for you, or if there's maybe like another program for you. Again, like we want to help you get to where you want to go as a professional, for what you want for yourself. So just reach out to us. We'd love to just connect with you one-on-one, and help guide you as to like what, your next steps should be. So. All right, so it looks like maybe we answered all the questions. Does anybody else have any other, I guess, guidance for our future students? All right. Well, thank you for joining, everybody. Thank you to the entire engineering and FIU Online team for joining us. Thank you to those of you who are considering our program, who are considering joining FIU as a graduate student in our engineering management program. We look forward to hopefully connecting one-on-one with you later, and then also hopefully seeing you in our classes in the summer or in fall. Take care and be well. Bye.